Listen, man, in honor of Leon Primetime Sanders and his son Shador, we're going to have them as background today, at least Dion is. And we're going to be joined today by a very special guest. And Jonathan's going to join us, and we're going to talk about the Yankees. And let me tell you something. So I sound like Fire Marshal Bill, right? Let me tell you something. The Yankees gave up 13 hits today, 9 runs, 5 errors. If you think that's going to be a recipe for success, you have another thing coming. Today, we should celebrate the win, but tomorrow, we should be concerned because on any given day, all right, any team should win, scoring 9 runs and 13 hits. And you're only good as tomorrow's pitcher. So I'm happy that the Yankees scored 20 runs. I'm happy that Aaron Judge hit 3 home runs. I'm happy that Volpe, who's one of my favorite players, hit a home run. Happy Wells performed well. Happy Chisholm performed well. I'm happy Goldie performed well. But I am not happy that the New York Yankees gave up so many runs. So hopefully we'll be able to see what the next thing is going to be. Hopefully we'll be able to determine if the Yankees are going to be that club, that team. All right. And hopefully Shador Sanders ends up on the Giants, even though there's so many haters. But we are joined next by Jonathan. And listen, man, enjoy. Listen, man, we are joined today by Jonty. Jonathan, thank you for
What's up,
joining
man?
the show always. All right. This guy has been a my brother, right? He's one of my closest friends, brothers, and I want to talk about today about the Yankees game. Jonathan, let me ask you a question. So today the Yankees won 20-9, right?
Right.
And they gave up 13 hits and had 5 errors. My thing is, and your thing, the same thing, because I know because we already spoke, is this cannot happen all the time. So tell me, how do the Yankees continue on a winning streak with this terrible defense?
Gotta make practice. Everyone says, you know, practice, practice, practice. You can't play the game the way you're playing.
I agree with you. I agree 100%. And there are some great moments. This was the first time in Yankees history that they hit 9 home runs, right? Do you like Goldschmidt hitting leadoff?
I don't.
Okay, why? Who would you rather have leadoff?
Me personally, I rather Jazz.
Okay, all right. I like that. I like that. I love Chisholm hitting first. Um, who would you hit second then?
Judge.
Judge. Exactly. All right, I agree with you. I love that so far. Now, do you think now we saw Freed today struggle, right? Max Freed, who was signed for a lot of money. Do you think that today was because of his nerves, because it was his first time in Yankee Stadium? What do you think happened today?
Um, I think like what you said, like pitching Yankee Stadium and everything like that. Maybe it was little nervous and something like that. But I don't foresee him struggling throughout the whole season.
No, I agree with you. I think losing Cole was big, right? And I think he had a lot of pressure on him. And listen, so Jonathan and I are in our group chat with our family, right? And I say family in parentheses, but they're our family, right? Where they will always be a family. And I've always defended Marcus Stroman, right? That's I'm the number one Marcus Stroman defender, right? And
100%.
and I said, don't trade him because we're gonna need him. Now, I know with all the injuries, right? Cole got hurt, right? Then you had Schmidt go down, and you had so many different people go down. Do you trust a Carlos Rondon to be the number one starter, or Max Fried to be the number one starter?
I would say Max Fried or Verdone. He's too inconsistent, injury prone. Um, so if anyone on this roster would be able to take that leap, I would say Max. He's the only one who has been in that position before with the Braves.
Yes.
So if anyone can fill that role, it would be him.
Yes, and I agree with you because he won a championship with the Braves and he has pitched well. And Max, to an extent, it wasn't his fault that the third baseman um couldn't catch the ball, Pablo Reyes, and he and he got nervous and he threw the ball away, and so did Chisholm and so did Volpe. But I'm gonna say that this is an outlier, right? So the Yankees cannot continue on a pace where they're gonna score 20 runs, right, Jonathan? I mean, there's no way. How else
So
do they win?
what do you think is more probable? Us scoring 20 runs a game or us making boneheaded errors and not pitching the right way?
Exactly. We're gonna make boneheaded plays, and we're going to could not pitch and throw the ball away. I agree with you. There's no way we could score 20 runs a game, and
Especially
even
come playoffs.
no, especially come playoffs. Because you remember Game Five. Where were you, Game Five, when Judge dropped that fly ball? Where were you?
I don't remember.
Listen, I was home and I saw Judge drop that fly ball in the fifth inning where we could have won that game. And it was one of the hardest games that I've ever seen as a Yankee fan. And we lost that game to the Dodgers, to the Los Angeles Dodgers, who's gonna and they're a machine, right? They're gonna keep winning, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I mean, they're stacked. Shohei's already hitting home runs left and right.
Yes. But what gives me hope is 99. You know what gives me hope? Is that he's the best player in the American League. And he continues to mash the ball
During the regular season.
in the regular season. Yes. But hopefully one day he'll turn it around. That's the only
But
hope I have.
you hold. So you asked me before. Do you think that Judge is the future of this team?
Well, what do you think?
Uh, I think he can be a tool to get us to the future. I
Uh-huh.
just I just don't know if he has that killer drive in him.
Right. Does he have the it factor? You're right.
Yeah, the it factor.
We don't know.
I mean, he's been postseason tested, but you know, we can't expect everyone to be like John Carlo and smacking the ball left and right. He's hurt too, but hopefully he'll come back and play us and he'll be able to help us out there. But at least something. I don't need you to hit all these home runs, but at least get it like a single, a bloop single, something.
Right. Number 27, my favorite Yankee at the moment is Mr. Giancarlo Stanton. And I think that the new additions, Bellinger, I think Bellinger is going to be key. Do you think Bellinger
I
is
love
going to
I
be
love him. I love his swing. Always been a classic swing from when he came up in the majors. Has always been consistent. He always nails it.
I
Great swing, great powerful swing. And I think the Yankee Stadium is going to, do wonders for his swing.
I agree with you because he's a lefty, pops the ball to right field, and he's going to hit home runs. 100%. Do you think that the Yankees should go out and get a third baseman like, Arenado, somebody like that?
They need someone out there.
Yes.
They need someone, and they need to address their pitching. I don't know what's more important, their pitching or their defense.
And let me ask this question. So, Pablo Reyes, our third baseman today, he is there for defensive purposes, right? He's been in with four organizations. Nobody expects him to hit the ball like Giancarlo, like Aaron, like anybody, not even Gleyber Torres. And yet he commits two errors, right? I say three, but your brother Lewis took one error away from me. But anyway, the point is if you're there for defensive purposes and you can't catch the ball and you throw the ball away, then you shouldn't be there. You should get DFA'd. Okay. But I love Nolan Arenado. I hope the Cardinals trade him to the Yankees. And I hope the Yankees could eat that contract regardless of what it is, right?
That's what
Because
I was going to say.
the Dodgers are not going away. You know what I mean? And I think the Yankees have the hitting to stay with the Dodgers, but do they have the pitching, Jonathan?
No, they don't. I mean, with Cole being out, which is a major hit to the team. Like I was mentioning to you before the other day when we were talking in the group text message, they don't have any depth.
Yeah,
He goes down, you don't have anyone to step up.
I agree
You
with
need
you.
to go out. You need to go out and you need to get someone to solidify that rotation.
And how key do you think the bullpen's going to be with a bad pitching staff?
He's gonna be huge. He's gonna be huge. We're gonna need him to step up huge because we're not gonna get into the 6 or 7 day thing with these guys.
Yeah, I agree
You know, I mean,
100%.
you gotta go like maybe get a long reliever or something like that, or someone that can give you a solid, six. I'll be happy with 6 runs, six innings. So give me 6 innings, 2 earned runs, and then hopefully our bull can take care of the rest.
I agree 100%. Listen, so listen, man. Listen, man. So that's the show, right? So I'm gonna switch it up and I'm gonna ask you a question. Who do you think the New York football giants should draft in the next draft? Do you think they should go after Shador Sanders?
No,
Who do you
I
think they should
don't.
draft?
Uh, if I always, when I was looking at it, I'm not a big college person, but I like Cam Ward.
I
I
love
like him. I like him. I think that his game will transition well to the league. The only thing I question is his deep pass ability.
I love Cam Ward, and I agree with you. And I think that would be a coup. Now, do the Titans they have Levis? Do they get a quarterback? Maybe. They said they were going to draft the number one player, so that would be Hunter. And then do the Browns draft a quarterback? I don't know if they will, but maybe they'll actually do, or maybe they don't. But if the Giants could end up with Cam Ward, that would be so awesome. And I think that would be cool. We're about 20 days away from the draft. Jonathan, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate this. This is amazing to me because I never get you on the podcast, and I love this, and I really really appreciate that.
Real quick before I let you go, you told me about who's going to draft with the Giants. Better yet, who's he going to throw to?
Malik Neighbors, I love Neighbors, bro. I love Neighbors. You don't like Neighbors?
No, he's. I like neighbors. I do like him, but like they need some power. They don't even have a tight end.
Okay, okay. I hear you. I hear you. They have to build the structure, right? So Tiki Barber, who's one of my favorite players, right? And I didn't grow up a Giants fan, right? I am always representing, right, the 4-9, right? Always, right?
Always,
Ever since you were like, a toddler, right? You were a little kid, right?
always for
Right?
49. Always.
Always my boys, right? Okay. I think the Giants, seriously, the Giants should always concentrate on the interior line and always on the defense. That's the number one goal, right? If you could defend your quarterback and you could bring everybody to the line and sack people, right? That's the number one goal.
Yeah,
But
but that's been the Giants' problem for years.
yes, but I love Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors to me is he in a few years is going to be the best wide receiver in football. I've watched him at LSU. I've been there. I've seen his games. All right, because I follow SEC football. I think you have a number one receiver there, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun. And that's who they're going to throw the ball to, my friend.
Oh, all right. I hope you're right, my man.
Listen, I'm going to hit you up before the draft. We're going to talk about the draft before. And draft night, I'm inviting you so we can talk about the draft. And after the Giants make their pick, I'm going to invite you over so we can talk about in live to everybody on our YouTube channel, right? So you
Yeah,
could
let's
talk
go.
about the Giants. And listen, man, I'm gonna try to get Ron and Marlon and Carlos and everybody over because
Oh, that's gonna be so ill.
listen, they all they're all too important. They're all too when you have so much going on in your life, you have no time for the little people. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, bro. I got two little people. I got time. What's the excuse?
Listen, you have three now. You have to worry about anyway.
Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna get you
It's
in
true.
trouble. But
That's
listen,
true.
my brother, I love you. I've known you since forever, right? And for real, I will talk and thank you so much for joining our show. I appreciate it.
All right,
All
man.
right.
Have a good one. Thank you.
For life, always, stay good.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right, man. Thank you.